My name is Linda Vaughter, and I invite you to explore, to learn, to make mistakes, to find beauty as we all create a garden life. Well, someone asked me this morning if it looks like I envisioned. And no, it doesn't look like I envisioned, because how I envision it is all of the plantings are already mature. They have already grown together in that mounded fashion, but obviously things just don't happen instantaneously like that. So I'm gonna have to be patient. But do I see the beginnings of my vision? Absolutely. So, Stuart, let's just do this, I guess. Let's just all walk around and everybody can kind of see. Let me start here. Not staged yet with any kind of plantings or anything, but this is the first of my plant terraces right here. And these are all the ones that came from part of my QVC line. This is 4 of them put together, and I anticipate it probably in the future as a geranium plant stand, geranium theater, largely in coral and red geraniums. And then over here, we have the second of the plant stands. This is one I got from Gardener's Supply many, many years ago, and you can see that I'm still in process of staging these theaters. Here's a signature touch. I like to have 3 things in a row, and I've got 3 of these tiny little Golden Dream boxwoods, and I will plant them here. And I anticipate this will probably be more of a boxwood theater, smaller boxwoods, maybe with a little bit of color, but that kind of remains to be seen. But I am anxious to kind of get it all staged. And then here is my 3rd terrace. This too came from Gardener Supply years ago. I'm not even sure if it's still available, but I also anticipate that this will be just chock full of both ornamentals and maybe some edibles. So that kind of finishes this facade. Now, you were asking me, I've answered this before, but I'll ask it again. Did I put down any kind of weed barrier underneath my mulch, which is about 2/3 fine pine mix that Happy Grow Landscapers mixed with a little bit of gravel? No, I did not. And I didn't because this is pretty much hard pan clay. Not a lot will grow through it, and anything that has, any little trees that have volunteered through here, they're just absolutely effortless to pull out. And I would much rather do that in this small area, do some weeding in this small dedicated area, than I would constantly trying to keep that black weed barrier submerged so that it's not showing the edges or the corners of it, because that tends to drive me crazy. So then around here, I have the first of my planter box. You'll notice, Stuart, if we can just do a little bit of a pan of all of these back here, you'll notice that they have all been set upright. They all now have support bricks underneath them, the half bricks. And they are all pretty much straight, or as straight as I'm going to get them at this point. Once they are filled to overflowing and all sorts of greens and everything are spilling out of the edge, over the edge, any disparity from full level, that won't really bother me too much. At this point, I'm not going to put anything on the bench underneath them. That'll just be workspace for if I've got, say, flats of something that I'm going to be planting out. But you can see all my little lettuces here have started to germinate, and I've just got 4 Bright Light Swiss chard that I bought starts of, I got this at Lowe's. And then I left these here intentionally so I would remember to tell you that underneath this mulch, there's a little bit you can see here, Stuart, and that is I have drip irrigation that's threaded through these little gray villages that kind of accentuate the top of the oval on each end. So there's 4 top of the ovals. Now in the corner, I think I told you I was looking for something that was evergreen, that was columnar, that would have something of a gray sheen to it, and look no further than to the Southern Living plant collection. And I planted, and by the way, I will be doing dedicated plant care design tip videos about each one of these Southern Living plants. So this is a podocarpus. It is not going to get much wider than this, maybe, I would say maybe another 8 inches, and it will top out about to this height. But
show them the height again. I wouldn't.
About here. But from a distance, it just looks beautiful. It captures the light. It's gray, it's shimmery, and I love the way it looks. And I like the fact that it's kind of unique. It's a little bit different. Both of my olive trees will go into the greenhouse. So these are in faux concrete pots, and as soon as I check my 7-day forecast and I see a freeze coming, these will move to the greenhouse.